Good day and welcome, friends, followers, family, and new viewers. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to our second and final Skooliepalooza video. It was supposed to be one video, but it turned out being two videos because we just had way too much. We wanted to show everybody the experience that we had at Skooliepalooza and how much fun it was and the memories made and the people you meet. But we also wanted to answer questions for people that could not be here. So we posted up on the pages. For those of you that can't be here, what would you like to see? What would you like to hear? A bunch of you chimed in and said all kinds of things. Of course, we weren't able to get to all of them, but I hope we did a good enough job to make everybody happy. So, without further ado, here are some of the people at Skooliepalooza and your questions answered. Enjoy. This is Jesse and Locks with Chasing Pavement.
How's it going?
It's good. You guys tell me how it's going. What do you think of your first Skooliepalooza?
This is awesome. I didn't exactly know what to expect coming out of here, but it was everything and more. This is an awesome community.
It's been a lot of fun meeting everybody that we've talked to over the past year on the internet, and just finally meeting everybody. It's really cool.
Cool. People want to know what got you guys into bus life.
We took like a van life tour or whatever for a few months a few years ago and decided that we didn't need nearly as much as we had before, that we could definitely downsize, and we're in a point in our lives where we're still trying to figure out what we're doing, we're trying to save money, and we thought this was a really great way to do that.
How do you guys maintain bus life? What pays for it? People want to know what everybody does for work.
Yeah.
And
So we stop and get jobs when we're out of money.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Yeah, we travel seasonally,
Yeah.
more like than full-time traveling.
For right
so
now.
we'll for right now, yeah, we'll stay down in Arizona in the winters, up in Montana or something like that in the summers, and take it from there. But I don't think you really need to have like a sustainable online income to do this. A lot of people are doing the same thing we are and just hopping jobs, and it works. It's fine.
And it's fun because we get to do all kinds of jobs.
Yeah, try new things
Yeah.
all the time. Find out what we like, what we don't.
sweet. Being that you guys are fairly new in your bus, what's one struggle that you found to begin with? You know, like this is harder than I thought it was going to be, kind of thing.
Well, that's hard because we kind of really got used to all the struggles in the van, and we kind of made sure that we didn't have those struggles in the bus.
That's good.
So, maybe just keeping everything clean.
Also, everyone says this, it's harder to find parking spaces than you think. I know everyone says that, but it really is, especially in a 40-something foot rig.
Yeah, and you don't blend in.
Yeah, not at all.
Can't stealth it.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys are here.
Yeah.
We're glad we're here
We'll
too.
see you soon.
Yeah.
For
Definitely.
sure. They have to leave early, but
Yeah, unfortunately
Yeah.
we're out of here in a couple hours.
got to pay for it, right?
Yeah, right.
Where's the best place to find you guys on the socials?
Chasing Pavement _ on Instagram.
This is Robbyn and Eric with Wanderboom, Wanderbooming.
Hello.
Depending on where you're looking.
Yeah.
Their bus is down that away, but what do you guys think of Skooliepalooza?
Oh, it's been so much fun.
Been
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
Amazing.
Seen
We
old
didn't go
friends,
last
meet
year, so this
new-
was our
new
first
friends,
one,
yeah.
so
Wait, this is your first
magical.
one?
It is.
Yeah,
I thought you
yeah.
had stopped by another one.
Well, we kind of got the post Skooliepalooza.
Yeah, we met you guys after
thing
Skooliepalooza
last
last
with
year,
you guys, so.
but it was great to have the whole experience and to see everybody again and to meet a bunch of new people and to see some amazing buses and all kinds of rigs and all of the entrepreneurship of all of the children.
Oh, I know. Isn't it
It's
great?
great.
They got, one of the geo tables is over here.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's great. We posted on the Skooliepalooza pages, you know, for the people that weren't here, what do you want to see? What do you want to hear? You know, that kind of thing. Curious how you guys got into the lifestyle. What made you decide to do this instead of, 9 to 5 and sticking bricks?
Well, we were just talking about that with somebody else. We just got bored and we didn't want to do the thing we were doing for the rest of our lives, which is kind of like what you build a path to kind of go down. We just decided not to go down that
And we were
path.
looking at like maybe doing a tiny house or something like that.
Yeah, we were
and
going to
then
change it up somehow. We just didn't know how, and then
figured out that when through all the YouTube channels and videos that you could have a tiny house and take it with you wherever you go and have it out on the road. And
it's really, I mean, literally, people on YouTube really showed us that we could do this, and so
And now you're them,
They are.
inspiring others.
it's weird.
right.
Yeah,
We
that,
tried.
I mean, again, I hope so, because that's all we would want to do, because we're so happy. We were just talking about how healthy we are in terms of like haven't been sick. Like, we're not on. None of us are taking our medications anymore that we were taking before. It doesn't matter.
Oh, watch out,
none of
folks.
us
They're
are
off their meds.
Off our meds.
How long have you been doing it?
17 months now.
Almost, yeah.
What was a struggle that you came across when you were new at it that you didn't necessarily expect?
That we had a 6.0 engine that crapped out on us.
Should have did a little more.
That was a little
more
bit,
research on the vehicle a bit, the engine.
I'd
of the
say
vehicle,
that
but-
maybe. But now that we have put money into it, and we probably put less money into it than we would have spent on a Sprinter, which was kind of our original plan. I feel like I'm so happy with our rig now. I just...
Yeah, we, again, do your homework and plan it out good ahead of time so you don't have to
We
worry,
definitely
make
had some
too many
lessons
changes,
to
yeah.
learn and lessons learned, but it just makes you more resilient, I think.
Yeah, if you can do this, you can do anything.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know?
I think so.
Roll with the punches. Yeah,
Definitely
that's all,
roll with the
yeah.
punches.
Yeah.
That makes things so much easier. And whatever you're doing, not just this, I think.
Yeah.
But you learn it here because you have to. Everything's immediate, present.
Right.
It's not like, oh, I'm going to plan this thing for 5 months or 5 years down the road. No, this life is like, it's all immediate, which this is what I love about it, though. I think you're much more in the present. Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming. We appreciate
Sure.
it. I'm glad you had a great
Thanks
time. We
for
can't wait
helping
to see
organize
Yeah, it
this
was
whole
great
thing.
seeing
You
you
guys
guys
put
again.
so much work and effort
We didn't do
into
much.
this. Well, you spread the word. I mean, that was big. I mean, and so I think that was huge. I think the event was bigger because of you guys.
you. Thank you.
And we love you.
Oh, we love you too. Find them on Instagram, YouTube, and we'll see you
We're
guys
only
soon.
saying that because we want bread.
Oh. Yeah, we
Yeah.
haven't even done the cooking bread video yet,
No,
so a lot of
don't even
people don't
do
know.
it. Just
What-
edit that out because
put
you
the
don't
word
even
No,
want it.
I'll leave it in. What do you guys think of the bread? Is it
Yeah.
It's terrible. You don't want any.
there you
You
go.
should just give it all to us. Just we'll.
Yeah, you wouldn't. No
Just
one else
save
would
it in a
like
trash bag and
Yep.
hand it over whenever
Yeah,
we see
yeah,
you.
just all of it.
You guys having a good time?
So far?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, it's a
Really
blast.
appreciate
We're
it.
having a great time.
Good.
With friends, working on the bus, getting a few
Coming
things figured
back
out.
next year.
Yeah. Heck yeah, that's our favorite thing to hear. We're definitely going back.
Who doesn't like a huge party like this?
Well,
Yeah.
just people are nice. I mean, I was telling Will, that's the nicest thing I like about this so far is watching all the kids. I love kids, and watching them play. And they're not,
Like
they're not,
people,
they're not
not
like
like
the kids in the city,
glued to a
that
screen.
are tied to a tablet or a phone or something. They're just having fun and doing what kids are supposed to do.
I heard a
think it's
baseball game.
No, they're playing soccer. They were playing kickball. They were
Oh.
playing kickball.
Yeah, but even then, still.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it was fun. They're having a blast, and the little ones play with the big ones, and everybody gets along, and it's so cool.
There's so many families, and
Yeah,
it's great to see. I mean, we've been to every single one, and this one there's more families and more pets than I think I've ever seen. Good day, Skooliepalooza, day 5. We are at one of the coolest parts of this whole get-together every single year. Too Cool for School has this beautiful bus from behind us. They're from Arizona as well. They come down every year and they put on a kids craft thing. It's just an art day, craft day. There's snacks, there's paints, there's rocks, there's jewelry things to be made. You name it. If they can think it, they'll help them do it. And they do it all free of charge. They just do it out of the goodness of their heart because they're amazing people. And we are so happy that they are here every single year. We cannot thank them enough. Let's check it out and see what they're up to today. This here is Don and his wife Mary, correct?
Yes, Mary, yes.
Hi, how are you over there?
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about you and
Okay, well,
you know.
my name is Don, and Mary and I live in a little town called Spring Valley, Arizona, a little less than 200 miles from here, up in the Bradshaw Mountains. And we travel here and there with our bus named Too Cool for School, along with our bus cat named Spooky. Spooky the Wonder Cat, actually. But
What do you got going on over here behind
well,
you?
this is a children's arts and crafts arts and crafts day.
It's gonna turn into a show later.
Yeah, really. It's amazing. You guys are very talented.
Look at mine.
It's our second year for this, and we just love doing it. You see the children do too. Children of all ages.
yeah.
We had a couple older folks in here over going,
Yeah.
like you're looking at that.
Yeah. Yeah, I know I walked up and I was like, I'm never gonna grow up. Maybe I'll grab a little coloring page or paint something or enjoy your day. And that's what it's all about out here. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
This here's Steve, you're full-time now, yeah?
Well, not
Ish?
really. We're half-timers, yeah. So if we're not in this, we're in our fifth wheel. So
Okay.
yeah, so that's it. But yeah, so we've been on road about a month now in this right here. Yeah, two
Beautiful.
bikes and a bus. Yeah, that's what it is. So
Cool. Some of the people wanted to know, what kind of crafts and stuff are going on. I saw you have a little table out here. You
well,
wanna
my
tell me a
wife
little
just
about it?
happens to have a little Etsy shop already where she makes jewelry. It's all handmade stuff. And then I'm, as a bicycle mechanic for the past 30 years or so, I've just realized, well, all this stuff that you normally throw away, might as well bolt it on some upcycled wood and fancy bits and make a little this and that. So we bring a little with us. Keep an eye out on both Etsy shops. Once we're back home and start shipping, we'll be more than happy to do that for everybody. So
Thanks for coming.
yeah, no problem.
What do you think so far?
Oh, it's great. Yeah, like I said, we rolled in Monday afternoon right when everything was starting, and yeah, we love it. We'll be here till Monday, so enjoying it.
We are Elizabeth and Adam, and this is the Deliberate Life bus. We live here with our kids.
And this is your second year at Skooliepalooza?
Second Skooliepalooza, yeah, we had just been on the road like a couple months last year when we came.
What do you think of this year versus last year? Just like the feel of things in the community and how it is this year?
You know, I'm enjoying meeting new people, but I'm not quite as like crazy as I was last year.
Yeah, I would say that the vibe of the place was better this year, I think. Yeah. I think
I guess there was some weirdness last year.
There was weirdness last year. People came from all over the country to kind of see the finale, and a lot of people had left, and so that was a bummer for a lot of people. But I guess this is the last technical day, and there's still probably 90% of the people are still here. It's a long event, 7 days or whatever it is, so I think people just get tired. But it's been wonderful. The kids have been playing. I think overall it was a more fun event this year.
Yeah, we've definitely seen, way more families this year than any event ever.
Yeah. And I love that it's just still at that point where it's free form enough. We're just out here camping in the desert. It's not like a meetup. I mean, it's just a meetup. It's not like a tiny house festival, but it attracts people from all over. And we love the crowd at this event because the people that come around from all over, they're like coming to, because they're building a Schooley or planning to build a Schooley, and they're just like, or a fan of just the lifestyle. It's been awesome.
What was something that you maybe didn't expect when you first started? It was something you had to overcome?
I don't know that we struggled a whole lot in the beginning. We traveled fairly, I don't know, like now we're trying to have a little more structure with like our schooling for the girls, a little more structure for our work days. Where in the beginning when we started traveling, we intentionally didn't have much of anything going on as far as structure to our lives. So we kind of added that in as it became necessary for income and our insanity. I think that was kind of a thing that came up throughout our first year of travel. Is like, okay, we need to actually have some structure,
right?
Because it was just sort of stressful, always feeling like we should be doing something.
Sure.
And we've put that together just like in the last month or two.
Yeah, it might have been kind of easier though, just being all free flowing with everything.
Yeah,
too,
we wanted to be able to feel the lifestyle out and kind of figure out how to do it. Figure out what works for us and like where we want to put our.
Do you still have those bananas?
Where to put? Hey, Sadie, look. Say hi.
Hi.
Hi, camera.
Bananas are yummy, right? Hello, Brixby. Didn't even know you were here.
There's Bob the dinosaur.
Not right now.
Bob the
doing
dinosaur.
Like a kitchen countertop treatment thing.
Yeah.
What's one thing that you guys did that makes your house home?
I think a lot of the material, like the reused materials, I feel like help make it home for us, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yep, the wood, the rough sawn wood that we used all throughout the bus.
It came from like an old landlord, and all the cabinet doors came from my parents' kitchen. So we've just got a lot of pieces of material that have a history for us.
Yeah, you kind of brought a little bit of home with you, sort of. Cool.
Yep.
And as we've been traveling, we've slowly added little pieces of like decor and our travel, and I don't know, just little bits of stuff we've collected along the way. Not much, because I hate making decorating decisions.
Last year this time I felt like this place wasn't really a home yet, because we'd only been in it for a few months, and like, now when I think about what all the different things that have been, that found a place on a wall or whatever, it kind of, we got the bookshelves done, finish up a few things here and there, and it just becomes more and more of a home.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's really the little things for sure that make it home. We have found out.
I'm doing a little video thing right now.
Oh, it's okay. You want to say hi? Also, everybody always wants to know, the work question. How'd you get into it? What let you be able to do this?
So I work part-time for Tiny Wood Stove. I work remotely, doing sales and marketing. Basically just talking to people who live in tiny structures and want a wood stove. And then both of us do some contract work, reviewing outdoor gear for Outdoor Gear Lab. we got into that just because of a friend who worked for them, and they needed a person to do a specific review that fit us, our family, really well. And then from there, we just sort of picked up more and more contracts for them. So that helps us bring in some additional income. I don't think either of us ever saw ourselves being writers, but that's what we do a lot of, is writing now for Outdoor Gear Lab.
Gotcha.
And then
I make sandals, like minimalist sport sandals. I don't have any nearby, but they're just thin. Oh yeah, she's got hers on, so there you go. Use retired rock climbing slings and Vibram materials to make like custom sandals.
Cool. Give us your plugs. What do you got? All your pages and your work stuff. And
I've been taking some really sweet photos. My Instagram is Adam Pashis.
Yeah, he's posting up a bunch of photos from Skooliepalooza here, which they're pretty cool.
Definitely check those out because they're great. I've seen them.
Yeah, but then our bus Instagram is Deliberate Life Bus, and then Adam's sandal Instagram is Deliberate Life Designs, and also website deliberatelifedesigns.com. Actually, it's not live yet, but it will be soon.
It will be.
Or you can go visit our family blog website, deliberatelifeadventure.com. It's all very deliberate.
You got a lot.
Very deliberate.
Yeah. Now, and they also have a YouTube, but there's not a lot on it. You know, if you guys want to see a bunch more, you'll have to pressure them everywhere else to.
We've got 2 videos. Yeah, you've got at least like 10 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Of watching.
Yeah, you should go watch the video where she did a birthday run. She ran how many miles?
36.
36 miles in a day.
Slash hiked.
Yeah.
Cool.
Great day.
Well, thanks for coming, guys. It's good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too.
This isn't a schoolie. The heck is this? What's going on over here?
How'd you find me?
Who invited you?
I was just here and all these buses showed up. It was so weird.
Man.
And last time it was somewhere else, so I thought I'd be safe away from buses here, but...
No, you showed up and here everybody is just
really
stalking you ahead of time. That's weird.
Yeah, all these happiness bricks and things like that. Yeah, they're everywhere.
Those people are insane. Nobody likes them. Thanks for coming, man.
Yeah, make sure I don't have any weird things
glad
sitting
you're
around.
here.
Okay, everything's good. Yeah,
Yeah,
use a
you
metal
gotta,
straw.
put the rock away and stuff.
Yeah.
I know you just rolled in shortly ago and you've only hung out a bit, but what do you think of Skooliepalooza this year compared to years past?
Well, I don't want to throw any other years past under the bus, but this was one of the best. I have to say my favorite was still when there was only like 20 of us, because it was just easier to get to know a lot of people really quick, but this was a really good event. Went really well. So
That's great. It's getting big.
Nobody got in any fights as far as I know.
Cops
Lots
didn't
of
have to
new
be called or
friends.
anything?
No, it's been great.
What was the struggle that you maybe had when you first started out living nomadically?
Yeah, the struggles for me when I first started, I mean, having the bus, you always think there's nowhere you're going to be able to park. You can't stay anywhere, and pretty lucky to be in the west from where, I started, because there are a lot of places you can just go park, and like out here, for example, it doesn't really matter. So that seemed like something I was super worried about, but then it turned out it wasn't that big of a deal, especially if you don't care about cities that much. Also, the amount of storage that I would have to carry things I thought I needed. I really pared down in the beginning. I thought I did, and then you start driving around for a while and realize you don't need a lot of different things, and you end up having too much storage if you get too big of a bus. So I think learning to live in this truck for about a month or so, I'm going to be in this, and we'll see how it goes, and if I need less things after this, but I kind of doubt it.
You move it to a smart car?
Yeah, get a motorcycle.
Right. What led you to want to live nomadically, build a bus, and, kick the normal?
For me, the reason I wanted to switch my life into nomadic lifestyle for a little while was mostly because I was spending all my money on travel anyway, and I kept thinking, why am I working all day every day just to pay for something that I could only do for like 4 days? So I realized that there was a way to travel around and live where you're going and not have to pay for all these hotels and things, and be able to see things that maybe you wouldn't have even tried to go see had you been working a normal 40-hour job in an office sort of thing, not being remote. A lot of places I wanted to go were all foreign, like Iceland or things like that, but then there's so much that you just pass by that are so close to you. Like I'll give an example of Yellowstone. I always go to Yellowstone. It's a great, amazing place, and you should go there, but there was a lot of places in between that you just pass up because you're going to the bigger destination, you think. So that's something I wanted to be a part of more.
Cool. Thanks for coming, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad you showed up. Dean just showed up and surprised everybody. There were only a select few that knew he was coming, and he just pulls in and
because they found out somehow. Yeah.
honked at Lily, almost made her pee herself, and then there he was.
Like, who's this guy in the truck?
Oh, creeper!
Yep.
How's the truck going? Compared to, bus and camper and...
I miss being able to sit straight up, so that's why I'm sitting in the front. But, I have everything I need right now, so.
Cool. Well, I think everybody's kind of excited to see what it is that you do next, because it's always something incredible.
I have some new plans that just started today, possible, so,
I can't
tell you yet.
Oh, no spoilers. Sorry, folks. You want to plug your socials?
Not really.
Okay.
No.
Yep, well, that's why he's Uncool Dean.
Yep.
I'm Gerry, wife's name is Vanesa, and we're on our bus Catalina and everything after Z bus life.
Instagram, Facebook, soon to be YouTube.
Soon to be YouTube.
Just for me to cut in here for a second, this build, I know you're not done yet, but it is amazing. There are tours. Who all's done a tour here?
Chris and his crew, Roaming Home, and then Steam Duck Steve's. We wouldn't be here with this project unless it was all my father-in-law. He's a carpenter, so we have to say a lot of thanks to him and my wife's cousin. He's a carpenter also, so they both have helped us out great, tremendous on this project.
Cool. So yeah, check out the tours there. We're not going to do a tour. I just wanted to stop in.
Yeah.
How long have you been on the road? This is your inaugural trip coming
Correct,
here?
yes.
So you've only been on the road a couple weeks then, full time?
Since first week of December.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
So
what's a struggle as a newbie that you've had to overcome as far as travel goes?
I haven't had no struggles on the road.
That's good.
Being in the military for such a long time and traveling, but my wife is a little bit different. It's her first time being on the road like this, so the struggles was getting used to, I guess, just being in a different place every night, which for her, it's different, but she's loving it. I'm loving it too.
Nice. How'd you get into bus life? What made you decide to buy a bus over like an RV and, do this whole conversion thing and set out on the road and be free?
So I retired from law enforcement about 3 years ago, and we were thinking about getting a motorhome and hitting the road, and so we didn't have to have a mortgage, all those other bills, and just enjoy life with our retirement income. So I started looking into it, and then I started watching YouTube and seeing these other guys that were up and coming doing these bus builds and having so much fun doing it. It took me about 6 months to talk my wife into it. Took me about 2 minutes to talk my father-in-law into it, and then we went out and bought the bus at AAA bus from Tony in Phoenix 2 years ago, and we've been hitting it hard.
This is your first year at Skooliepalooza, obviously. What'd you think?
Yeah. Oh, we loved it. Great people. One thing that was great about it is the people and talking to your neighbors, which you don't find very much in your own neighborhoods anymore.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thanks for coming. We'll see you guys not soon enough.
All right, thanks.
Have fun travels.
Thank you.
Make sure you keep an eye out for his YouTube, because it's going to be great. There's going to be more about this, more about their travels, how they got here, what they're doing. Find the Instagrams and the Facebooks and follow along. This is Monica and Cole from Bus Life Possible.
Yeah.
And what do you guys think of Skooliepalooza? You guys have been all over.
We have. It's been really fun so far. I think everyone probably says this, but just like meeting people in person just makes a huge difference, and you're like connecting with their journey a little bit more, being able to see them in person. And
sure. How long have you guys been doing it?
Well, yeah, we've been on the road for 7 months now, and we'd yet to run into a tiny bus even and had a conversation with someone within that time period.
Yeah, and only really met a couple other bus lifers, so this has been overwhelming, the amount of people that we've been able to meet. It's awesome.
It's great just being camping in one area, and everyone has had the same struggles at some point in time, so
yeah, and similar experiences, having this one weird thing in common is really interesting.
It makes it so easy to just walk up to someone else's campfire and just see what's going on with them, because you're basically living the same type of life.
Yeah.
Tell us a funny struggle story that you guys have had at some point.
Well, our solar panel flew off of our bus.
Yeah. On our first journey to our bus warming party, actually, our solar panel
on our
flew
maiden
off.
voyage.
Yep, and we were 2 hours late to our own party because of it. But
Fashionably late.
yeah, we were.
Good. Tell me how you guys got into bus life. What made you decide to kick the norm? And
it kind of started as a joke for us. We were always like, let's just quit our jobs and move into a van or whatever. And then, you know, we started looking at different vehicles and what other people were doing, and had decided on a bus from there. And we're just like, one day Cole was like, no, let's really do this. And we're like, I was freaked out, but I was like, oh, okay, sure, let's do it.
It kind of started from me, like, I'm pretty like goal oriented to a degree at least, and I remember talking to Monica and saying, like, I just can't imagine living my whole life and not traveling the country for at least a year. That would seem kind of like completely wasted. And we just thought it would be way better to be doing it right now when we aren't exactly happy with what we were currently doing anyhow, and it's going to set up the rest of our life for whatever whatever else is to follow.
Cool. Tell me one thing that's maybe unique that makes your home to you guys.
I think the thing that makes it, most homey to me is, we've got a tiny bus, and we put our same queen mattress that we previously had in apartment life in our bus. And so, like, it's the same exact bed I was previously sleeping in before we even got into bus life. So it makes it very homey for me.
Yeah, it did make it feel like home immediately. It was just like, oh,
yeah,
this
you
is
just
where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah, you just crawl back into your bed in a different location. That's great.
Yeah.
We're taking you on an adventure, bed.
Yeah. Some of the small details, like even just our passenger seat, like we used an old jump seat out of a pickup truck as our passenger seat, and a lot of people find that really interesting. It's been cool for them to be able to see that and get excited about it.
Cool. Thank you guys. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being a part.
Of course, it's been great.
We'll see you soon. Well, that does it for us in Skooliepalooza. We're moving on our way to go hang out with friends and go on new adventures. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked what you saw, please give it a thumbs up. Leave us a comment down below. Ask us a question. Say something. We love hearing from you. And of course, subscribe. Click that little bell so that way you can catch what's coming next. Thank you for watching. Thanks for hanging out. We love you guys.